So I did a test where I took creatine for 30 days straight. Because some people talk about them like they're steroids, referring to staying natural versus being on creatine supplements. I even had the back acne to match steroid users. No, I'm kidding. That was a separate issue unrelated to creatine that I later got cleared up, but I put myself through the test. And I tested my strength and recorded my physique all on day 0. And then again on day 30. And the results that I got they surprised me in a couple of different ways. One of them that I wasn't really expecting, because especially when it comes to fitness supplements, it's one of the most widely studied fitness supplements in the world. So I took the 5 grams of creatine every day. Did that for a month, and during the month I tracked how much strength I gained, any changes to my body composition, to see if I made any progress with the physique. Were there any side effects when taking the creatine, and how did I feel in the gym when I was working out? Or just how did I feel in general, which, trust me, that's part of what surprised me. So now we're going back to the beginning of this thing with day 0. Like I showed you before, this was my body composition before taking the creatine, and I had just gotten off my summer cut, so I was a little bit more lean than I usually am. This is day 0, so I'm gonna go in the gym, weigh myself. I'm gonna test out my bench press, deadlift, leg press, and I'm gonna throw a bicep curl while I'm at it. On day 0 before creatine, I got the bench press at 235 for 5 reps. This is right after day 0. I got a deadlift of 455. 8 plates on each side of the leg press for a total of 7 reps. For bicep curl with a stack of 140 with the 2 5s on top equaling 150, I got this for about 12 reps. My workouts are gonna be 5 days a week, and I'm gonna test out each lift, seeing what the physique is looking like and how the strength progresses over the next 30 days and show the results on this video. It's bright as hell out here. So one of the first things that I noticed was the initial weight gain the first week and a half or so, which is a normal part of the process when you're taking creatine. I like that because creatine makes your muscles draw in a lot of water. The thing about the timing of creatine is it's one of them supplements where you don't have to worry about the timing. That doesn't matter so much like it does with other supplements, because it's about saturating your muscles with the creatine over a period of time. As long as you're taking it every day, then your muscles become saturated with the optimal amount, which minimum is 5 grams a day to get the muscle saturated. Now, on the first week of taking this creatine, I noticed a little strength gain on really all my lists. Just a little strength gain though. Despite being sleep deprived that whole week, I was averaging 3 to 4 hours of sleep. But it was really what happened on the second week that was what surprised me. That I'm gonna have to show you right here. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready to hit some new records. Go up in strength and the amount of weight lifted, amount of reps hit, despite going on like 3 weeks of no sleep. And we're gonna try to figure out why I've been feeling like I'm on steroids lately. Even my legs got gains, even though I've been skipping leg day like crazy.
No emotion, wow.
And then week 2. With sleep deprivation. I even go to the gym to test the leg press, which I haven't done in a while. Sure enough, I beat my old record by a lot. And then week 2, with sleep deprivation. I beat the bicep rep max by a total of 2 more reps than I did the last week, which shocked the hell out of me. It's gotta be that creatine. And then week 2. With sleep deprivation. Instead of getting 455 for just that 1 rep, I got 455 for 3 reps. And then week 2, with sleep deprivation. The previous week, I got 235 bench press for 5 reps. This week, in week 2, I got 235 for 7 reps. I was a little worried that the creatine water retention would make me lose just a little muscle definition, would make me look puffy, like I have a lot of water retention, but it did not do that. The muscle definition was more or less still the same. And not that I was super ripped to begin with, I was ripped enough, but the muscle definition stayed and increased just a little bit. I did gain a couple pounds. Now, week 3 was my deload week for all the exercises that I had been testing. But even with this workout change, just for this week 3, I had noticed that my physique had changed. You see, I was looking at myself in the camera a little bit more closely. The bicep muscles were popping out a little bit more than they had been. The arm muscles were blown up. I was surprised. I was looking at the camera a little bit too hard and not focusing on my technique and the form in a lot of these videos that I was taking. Week 3 on creatine. And this one surprised me because I wasn't even working out biceps that day. Yet it looked like my arms do when I do work out my biceps. I was just doing back, which does touch the biceps a little bit, but it's not a direct bicep exercise. But my arms looked like I was directly exercising my biceps. That's basically showing you progressive overload. You're doing the same rate for more reps than you did last week, or you increase the weight and do it for the same amount of reps as you did last week. But in my case, I increased the weight and I did it for more reps than I did last week. which is rare to have them kind of gains. But again, especially with the sleep deprivation, I keep talking about that because it keeps being true, it keeps pissing me off. But anyway, sleep deprivation, no sleep included, gains, they came. But a lot of that is a diet though. Because I leveled up my diet and the supplements I've been taking, so yeah. So on the 4th week of me on creatine, I decided to max out on the deadlift. Because as you can see on the right side, I got 455 for 3 reps. This time, just go for the 5 plates, 495, for a good 1 rep max. I've deadlifted that much before, but not while weighing in the 170s. I was always heavier when I did it. And my bench press was never 300 max when I was again at a body weight of the 170s. And that is because creatine literally increases the power output of your muscles. It makes you lift more weight, which in turn is what makes your muscles grow. And in this 4th week, the 4th and final week, I noticed that the muscle size did increase a little bit from when I started. But the puffiness, the muscle definition did not leave the way I thought it would. And as you saw in the back exercise video, the most surprising gains I had was in my arm muscles, my biceps. I mean, that's why I kept looking at my biceps while I was trying to work out my back muscles. This wasn't arm day, it was back day. Creatine for 30 days. There's no doubt you should be taking it. I've gotten strength gains. I've gotten a little bit more muscle in the physique. There is the matter of me getting no sleep during this month, pretty much. And still having the energy to push through it mentally, still having the power to like go in the gym and perform the way I was doing and exceeding my performance from the week before. And not feeling completely dead from the 3 hours of sleep, the 4 hours of sleep sometimes. And that is because benefits that creatine has on your brain. They have studies that show that creatine improves your brain energy metabolism, as they call it. So the creatine had that second benefit that I experienced that I did not expect to even feel. I was just seeing what it does for my muscles. Sure enough, I got a second accomplishment out of the whole deal. So if you're interested in trying creatine for yourself, I'm going to show the brand that I use down in the link in the description below. And if you want to try it out, you can get it in the link in the description. And there is also another supplement that I take that helps me maintain my muscle definition while gaining muscle. It's basically like a different kind of fat burner. It's going to be L-Carnitine, which is a supplement that makes your body use its own fat cells as fuel. It makes your body metabolize its own fat storage, its own fat cells as fuel and burn it as fuel when you're working out, which in turn gets you leaner while you're building muscle. I take that supplement pretty routinely. And that's another thing that I attribute to helping me keep the muscle definition that I attained and that I had. I was taking it before the creatine and during the creatine also. So I'm gonna link that in the description below too, the L-Carnitine. Again, the creatine is also in the link in the description below. Try it out, get your gains, get stronger, get more muscle, apparently have more energy, even if you can't sleep, and start your journey.